Right. Alrighty. And this is Drea with Under These Ultraviolet Skies, the podcast. And you can find me on Anchor, which is where I record this, and Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, since it's affiliated with Anchor, and wherever you can get podcasts. You can follow me on all the social media stuff. Instagram is Under These Ultraviolet Skies Pod. Twitter is at ultraviolet_pod. And I have, sorry, and I have TikTok now. And that is at Under Ultraviolet Skies Pod. So I'm on everything, pretty much. A bitch is kind of sick. I ain't gonna lie. Kind of sick. I'm kind of congested and such. So it's not a fun time out here. Last week we discussed like what's my uploading schedule gonna look like and such. So my videos on YouTube are going to reflect that. I think that's a good idea. Oh, excuse me. I am now trying to look for my notes because I had something to talk about and it's in my notes on my phone, and the bitch trying to look for it. Do 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 do. I'm currently looking at my notes to find what the heck I was trying to talk about. My boyfriend sent me something on TikTok. His child. I'm now putting my phone on silent. He kills me, by the way. I found it. It was Hobbies. The girl be forgetting. Okay. We're going to talk about hobbies this time around. And what my hobbies are. And what my hobbies used to be. And all that. But first, I'm going to take a sip of my tea because I'm already feeling congested again. Because my nose is cold. Okay. So, my hobbies in the past, because I have like a plethora of stuff I'd like to do. I had stuff I was interested in, so I did them. X, Y, and Z, you know. I think now I would definitely say that not that big of stuff I do because like this podcast is my hobby. I kind of like speak my thoughts on this podcast and such to anyone who likes to hear, you know. Yeah. I gotta sneeze. But mm, okay, so I think I would say that like my hobbies in the past, I used to like to write a lot, like a lot. I used to write like stories and stuff like that. Like I was seriously working on like two different stories in my youth. I'ma say youth because I am older than I was. So I'ma say youth. Um, I was definitely interested in writing. I was interested in writing stories. A lot of hobbies that you can do can become into like full-fledged careers. Like, let's say with my hobbies of writing, I could have become like a novelist and all that stuff. But like, no. I don't think that was like a me thing. You know, it was definitely not a me thing. I think for me now, um, looking back at it, I don't think I would have been like a good novelist if I would have like went with it and it being my career and such. Um, one of my other hobbies is that I used to like to sing a lot. I still sing a lot now. I sing when I'm cooking. I sing when I'm in the shower. I sing when I'm on my way to work. When I get off that bus. Jesus, have mercy. That was so loud. Um, I think I could have been like a musical artist and stuff, kind of like link two things together with being like like a writer and being a singer and wrote songs for a living and all of that. But if you guys see like the video version of this, you can totally see me shaking my head real quick while I was just yawning right there and doing shaking my head real quick, and it looks like I'm a dog. It's just funny. Um, um, actually, one of my careers that, like when you look back at it and you think about things you want to do when you grew up and such, I think one of the careers I wanted to take was being a singer. Like, I don't sing terrible. I know I'm better than some, and I'm awful than others. I'm like in a good median range, you know? Like, I think my mother and sister always thought that, like, oh, if you put your voice out there, put it on YouTube and X, Y, and Z, you can get like found out, becomes famous, and all this, you know? But like, I don't know. I do think I have some version of like stage fright. Like when I'm with a group of people, like I took course for pretty much all years of my school life in public school because I went to public school because a bitch ain't rich. So I think it was either second or third grade I started like singing in chorus and such until I graduated. Eh, a little bit of that, but we ain't getting into that right now. because I don't think I said what happened in school yet. I need to go back. But if I didn't, and a person knows, let me know if I didn't talk about school yet, because I would like to and talk about my experience with school and all of that. That's probably going to be like the next episode or something like that. Okay, so anyway, back to what I was saying. I pretty much did chorus every year of my school life, career, blah blah blah. I definitely did a lot of that. And me singing with like my choir, the choir I was in, good, great, loved it, you know? I was definitely not scared then, but I think like when I'm by myself, I can't do it as well, if that makes sense. because don't because like I actually have like um a video on my Facebook, y'all will never find it. On my on my Facebook of like me doing the talent show. I sung Adele. I sung one of the songs off of her 25 album. That was like, the year that she put it out and such. Um like I had that. My mother was also in the audience too, so I think that made me feel a little better. But that's like the only like thing I did that was like a solo thing. And then I wanted to do a solo for like my last year, sing a song, but then my choir director, who was also leaving that year, decided not to pick me, pick the same freaking people that she always picked. And don't get me wrong, it's okay to have favorites. It's okay. But like you also gotta understand that there are hidden gems out there, and if you keep picking the same people over and over and over again, you're never gonna find those hidden gems. You're just gonna have the same recycled bull every single time. Like what? Because there was definitely like a lot of people that I was friends with that had good voices. There was people there was people like in the choir that had like amazing voices, but since she never picked them, it was like, okay, there's definitely better people out there, but all right. And my friends that I had at the time, because I ain't friends with them now, the friends I had at the time while in school and in choir, they also thought that like I had a good voice and would have been better if I sung particular solos than other people that she picked. But and I know that like for me personally, I'm more of a diverse singer. Gosh, my brain hurt right there. If you're looking at the video pod right now, like I literally just like shook my head shook my head hella hard. Um anyway, so I think that me being in choir in high school kind of like stunted all of that, and I actually wanted to go to like a singing school. I actually wanted to go to Juilliard when I was younger. Like when I was like 10, I wanted to go to Juilliard. I know how like difficult it would be and everything, and also because not the best of the best and all that jazz. I know it would have been difficult. So yeah. My back aches. I'm sorry. I'm like, ooh, sigh, breathe, breathe, breathe. Um, I think another thing I really wanted to do was I really want to be like a supervisor at some of the jobs that I worked at. Like I want to be a supervisor right now, and I will. Sorry, and I will totally get into what the heck happened at work because I keep alluding to it in the past two episodes. I keep alluding to it. I will get to it. I promise I will get to it. It's just not happening yet. So, um, I definitely want to be supervisors at jobs. I think that was like another career thing I wanted to do because there was like like there was definitely like a job that I wanted to stay at like long term, and I wanted to move up because I always already had previous experience, So I thought that would be cool, and then stuff happened. Annoying freaking stuff happened, and it just made no sense to me because I was like, what the heck? But whatever, you live and you learn. And then another thing is that I wanted to get into um the last thing I wanted to do was the thing I kind of like took a course on. I wanted to do like computer like a computer science thing. Um ooh, I wanted to do data analytics for like the company that I currently work for and such. I went to do data analytics with that. Thought that would be cool. And then it didn't work out because of the stuff that happened with me trying to move and such. So I couldn't get that done either. So um I think the thing that I want to do now is I have no clue. I'm kind of just rocking it. I'm chilling 24/7. I'm working at the job that I'm working at now because it paid more than the other jobs I've ever had. Um, I only started working when I was 18, I believe. Yeah, I'm 23 now. Yeah, yeah, I am 23. I'm just trying to figure out if 18 is the right word. I think for the past I'm gonna say more of 19 because it was like near my birthday, so I'm gonna say 19, and I'm about to be 24 next month. So, um, Jesus. Uh, my God, that's my neighbors, guys. Don't know who the fuck they is. Those are my neighbors. Okay, there we go. There's the end of that. I hope, pray. Um, I definitely forgot what the fuck I was just talking about. Anything? Oh yeah. me being getting a job in data analytics. So it was supposed to be like a good program and all that stuff. And it worked out. And I liked the program. I thought it was good. But since I kinda gotta work to survive and such, I had to work while doing the program. Plus on top of that, trying to find a place to live. And then it really didn't work out because all these places that were like available, they weren't like accepting me for some stupid reason. And I couldn't like understand why the frick they weren't accepting me for some stupid reason. I couldn't get it. So then, because of the stress of literally being kicked out of my apartment, um, I couldn't finish the program in its entirety. I tried my best, and like straight up, this one person that was giving me a hard time with the one thing I needed done. It's like, I don't understand what you want from me because like I gave you exactly what was needed. I don't understand why you're giving me such a hard time. Like I don't have time for this. Can you just like pass me and that's it? Like there's nothing else I can add to this. Like what else do you want? Like what the heck? And straight up because of that lady, she one wasted my time and two caused me not to graduate because like I kept asking her like what she wanted from me and she wouldn't tell me. She's being super cryptic and I'm like, I don't need you to be cryptic. I need you to be direct. What the hell do you want from me? Makes no sense. What like I'm literally like a day away from graduating right now and I'm trying to hand in all this stuff in. No one's grading it. No one's doing anything. I'm getting screwed because people want to grade this stuff. But then apparently that's on me. But it's okay. It's okay because I'm a part of a stipend program that if I earn like $40,000 a year, then they'll start taking money out. And since I will never earn that much in this company, and literally it's like a 2 year stipend, they try to take my money out, try to get the money for me in the span of like 2 to 3 years, I believe. They're never gonna get it for me because I'm never gonna make that much. So whatever. They're not getting their money from me. It ain't happening. But anyway, I digress. So I really wanted to do that because I thought that would be easier for me. I I hate math. I hate school in general, but it was also like a different type of school, different type of math, different type of skill set that I needed to finish this course and stuff. And I liked it. I was doing really good in the freaking beginning. I was doing great. But then when all this stuff started happening and like I lost my home. See, if I didn't lose my home, it wouldn't be such a fucking big deal, you know? It wouldn't be so much. I would literally would have passed if I didn't lose my freaking housing. If I didn't lose my home, it would have been better for me. But it's okay. Whatever. It's fine. It's whatever. Now I'm here at the job that I am now, trying to figure out what the heck I want to do with my life like 4 years from now. Because I want to move out of state, and I can't move out of state till I make more money, and I can't move out of state until I have a job where I can move out of state. Like, I know that with this podcast, I could do brilliant things. I know I can, but also like not if it's not distributed, if it's not talked about, it's not gonna work. I'm trying not to scratch my face right now because I have like a huge pimple on my face from the mask because I have to wear my mask at work. I mean, if this podcast gains some type of traction, within the next 4 years. That'd be cool. Because I want to leave the state that I live in on the East Coast. I want to leave this state. I want to leave. I want to do bigger and better things. I want to go. I hate being here. I hate being here in my state. And I know a lot of people say that about a lot of fucking states, that a lot of fucking different states that other people have lived in and such. I hate it here. I lived in the same area my whole life, the same Tri City area my whole life, my hometown that I was living in before, my whole life. Like, I want to go. Want to go. I don't want to be here. Like, this place like sucks you dry, and everyone knows each other, and it's weird. It's weird. I don't need people to know me. I don't want to even know people. I want to go. I want to bounce. So my most recent hobby is now this podcast. I also do some resin art on the side, which I haven't done in a hot second because I did something wrong. And I did something wrong and my resin wasn't drying. And I don't know why. I don't know why the heck the resin wasn't drying. Because straight up, I was doing the resin. I was doing the resin art and such. And I was doing it for like freaking an hour or so. It takes like 4 hours to just dry like the casting and such. So I was waiting for that to dry. So it dried. Cool, whatever. I freaking poured in like the actual mixture. I let it be. It's supposed to take up to 72 hours to dry. So I wait 72 hours. Literally, I could not get that thing dried for 6 weeks. 6 weeks. And I'm over here like, I don't know why the heck it's not drying. And I straight up still forgot to freaking Google that. I need to freaking figure it out. I think another hobby of mine that I have right now is like cooking. It really isn't like a hobby since like I need to cook to survive to eat. Don't get me wrong, I could just buy stuff, like buy out all the time. Smart Water, sponsor me. I love your water. Your water is the only one I like that I could also drink warm. Anyway. But anyway, I also like cooking. I actually recently just got back into cooking because I was like buying food out like all the time. Like all the time. Excuse me, I burped. I'm buying food out all the freaking time. And freaking I just wanted to get back into cooking. I wanted to like buy groceries because the same amount of money I'm spending to literally eat Taco Bell like every freaking week, I can spend that same money to get groceries and have like 2, 3 dinners set up. That's how I looked at it, but it's okay. I made Batalillos last week, which you will hear in the previous podcast episode. Oh, ow, my back hurts. Um, I am now going to cook a ramen bowl. I got chicken cutlets, and it's gonna be like a crispy chicken ramen, spicy chicken, crispy bullshit of ramen or whatever. I decided to do that for my boyfriend's birthday because my boyfriend's birthday just passed at the time recording this. It was Friday at the time of recording this because I'm recording this on the weekend. Um, so I'm making that for dinner tonight because I was supposed to make it yesterday, and then I got tired. And I slept the whole day away. But it's okay. It happens. Um, I think Another thing that y'all will be looking forward to is that when we get back from the ad break, we will be talking more about my hobbies and such, and different hobbies I've had in the past, and then what's trending for the week. I will see you in a few. Bye. Hey, I didn't see you there. Well, if you haven't heard about Anchor by Spotify, it's the easiest way to make a podcast with everything you need all in one place. Let me explain. Anchor has tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer, like I do. When hosting on Anchor, you can distribute your podcast on listening platforms like Spotify, Apple Podcasts, maybe some Google Podcasts, and more. It's everything you need to make a podcast all in one place. And best of all, Anchor is totally free. Download the Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started, if you so please. And back to the video. Okay. Good thing I checked in the first minute. So I think my freaking resin bullshit thing. I think that me having that project, I like doing resin art. I think it's cute. I love it very much. I'm trying to make something for my coworker that I talked about last week. Sorry, I burped. Trying to make something for her wedding because she wants like this thing, and she wants like this thing for her table and such. So yeah. I like the resin art. I like how cute it is. I like that it's pretty. I'm trying really hard to do it though, and I'm like, I think I have the wrong ingredients or something. I don't know. I don't know what's actually going on because, like, it makes no sense on why the heck it was taking 6 weeks to dry. And guess what? In those 6 weeks, I was able to pop it out of its mold, but it still never dried, and the whole innard popped off. Not popped off, the whole innard spilled out because it was still not dry. I'm so confused on why the heck it wasn't drying solid. I don't know. I'm gonna figure it out. I have to figure it out before I do the thing for my coworker's wedding because her wedding is in 6 months. So I need to figure it out. Something something else I like to do that's technically a hobby for me is I like to read. I'm not gonna lie. I like to read. I actually bought like this. So my favorite anime of all time is called Inuyasha. I love it very much. They came out. They did like 5 movies. They did like the whole Inuyasha series was like 7 seasons long. Loved it. Beautiful. Wow. Still didn't watch the movies yet. I'm gonna get around to it though. But they also made like a continuation of it. They made like technically what's basically a spin-off series of the show where it's his child and such, which is super cute. I love it very much. But my other favorite one is Captor Sakura. I love it very much. Crunchyroll, where I did watch Captor Sakura on, um, I've literally watched every single episode of Card Captor Sakura and its two movies, and the new series that came out, which is Card Captor Sakura Clear Card. I watched every single episode of that too. Crunchyroll then came out with some merch for it. I didn't buy everything from the merch. I basically only bought like its hoodie, its cropped windbreaker. It was a cropped hoodie too. Some like actual hoodies, and then some long sleeve shirts and a crew neck. I didn't receive all my package yet, but it's okay. It was a pre-order. It is fine. I saw on Amazon that they had like Card Captor Sakura, the manga, of course, in like a collector's edition thing, right? So I was like, oh, that's really cool. I like that. I'll buy it. But the thing is that it was like 30 freaking bucks per book, I think. Jesus. Anyway, like 30 bucks per book for some reason. And like I understood it as a collector's edition. It's not like I didn't get that. I understood that it was. Um, but I was confused why it was 30 bucks. I still spent 30 bucks on the first book. I was like, okay. Well, the first book I bought, which was actually like the third book because it was selling out fast. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna buy it because it's only $30. Now, this bitch is huge. It's huge. It's literally like the size of a yearbook. Then it made sense why the heck it was $30. Then it made sense why it was $30. And since then, I only need, because there's only 9 volumes. It's basically like the complete manga in 9 volumes in like a huge print yearbook size ass book for 30 bucks each. That's cool. I'm trying to buy the last 3. I'm trying to see if I can get it though, but I don't know yet if I can get those last 3 books. I really want them though. So, yeah. I really love reading my mangas. There was like this one manga that I saw. I think I saw like, sorry, I keep hitting the table. I keep seeing, I think I saw this snippet of it somewhere. I saw like a page of it on Pinterest, I believe. Sorry, I'm trying to see if my airdrop is almost complete. So anyway, I just saw this snippet of it on Pinterest. Loved it. Beautiful. Mwah. I'm like, oh my god, that's cute. What's the name of it? Found the name of it. Then I'm like, okay, where the hell can I buy it? I typed it into Amazon. Found it. Beautiful. I have like 2 or 3 of the books now from the series. I think it's only like 4 books long, I think. Oh, it's about this sweet little girl. Sweet little girl, she's deaf. And this guy who took like an interest in her, not because she's deaf, but because she's cute. He actually learned sign language for her. It's so cute. Oh, it's adorable as shit. I just remembered it as I was like, oh. So, I saw in like I started reading that book, and I was reading that book while I was on vacation with my best friend. Oof, a lot of stuff happened with my best friend recently that I'm not going to discuss about until they are on this podcast and they would like to talk about them themselves. It'd be a nice way to like clear the shit out to people who don't know the situation, you know? If they so please, like they don't have to. Trying to see if it's gonna drop. I think it did. Ooh. I don't know if it did actually. Whatever. I'm trying. Girl's trying out here. Oh no, it did. It did it. Yes. It did it. Okay. So, um, I really like that story. It's really good. I'm still trying to read the oh, it's called Signs of Affection. That's what it's called. Sorry, my bad. I forgot to disclose what it was. The title of it. It's called Signs of Affection. I think that it would be a really good anime series. I'm not gonna lie. I think it would be really good as an anime series. Maybe one day, you never know. I think that's like one of the other things of hobbies that I do. But my back is on fire. And I'm trying to adjust. That feels a little better. Yeah, that feels a little better. Yeah, this is good. Sorry. I like to make sure I'm comfortable at all times, you know? Always gotta make sure you're comfortable. Sorry, my freaking nose is like clogged. It's not even like my nose, it's like my sinuses, because like I have a very big headache because of my sinus pressure, because yeah, my stomach grumbling. Because my freaking head hurts because of the sinus pressure, and everything hurts because of the sinus pressure. I have to also wash my hair because I did not wash it last week at the time of this recording, and I have not washed it in like a week. You really need to. I'm trying to find the thing I was looking for. That's funny. Oh my god. Sorry, I'm looking at iFunny real quick. Because iFunny's funny. And I like when it gives me stuff that I'm like actually interested in. Like lately it's been giving me like a lot of anime memes. And I'm like, I love it. Ugh. It's like my fucking throat hurts, bro. It's like I'm just dying. Ah. That's hilarious. That's cute. Oh, kitties. Okay. I think there is trouble afoot. But it also just stopped. So I'm hoping that it is good. Oh my god, this is so funny. Okay, so at the time of recording this, because then you'll know what time I am recording this, Taylor Swift's All Too Well mini movie, short film, whatever, came out. And of course, with that, her album Red, Taylor's version, came out. Bro, I cannot tell you how literally ridiculous this is. Sorry, it's very cold in my apartment. And the reason why I keep yawning isn't because I'm tired, it is because I am cold. And I'm thinking it's because I am so cold blooded that I keep yawning and I'm about to like hibernate in a hot second. That's what happens when I'm cold. But I wanted to show y'all this because this is literally hilarious. And I ain't even gonna censor this out for YouTube purposes because y'all fine. Look at this. Like, what? The actual hell? It's so funny. But because all that stuff happened with Taylor Swift this past couple of days, at the time of recording this, now I have something to put for what the hell is trending this week. There we go. What's also funny is that I found this other thing on Twitter saying, who is Dylan O'Brien? 5 things to know about the actor in Taylor Swift's All Too Well short film. And the person who shared this isn't someone I am following. This is someone that I am following who liked the post, who then said, what do you mean, who is Dylan O'Brien? Which is literally the exact same way I reacted as to, so funny, haha. Oop, oop. Sorry for that shake, guys. Funny, haha, but what the heck? How the hell do you not know who is Dylan O'Brien? Teen Wolf. Like, that didn't happen? Whatever. And since I have not seen the All Too Well short film, because I didn't, because I did not get there yet. And actually, I don't know if I want to see it. Nothing against Taylor Swift. Nothing whatsoever. I just don't know if I want to put in energy into that for me to be upset. Because I don't like being upset, you know? So I really need to like put in time for me to be upset to watch it. I'm pretty sure y'all don't understand what I mean, but that's pretty much how the hell I'm feeling. So they're thinking, not that they're thinking, but they are pointing some things out in the movie that, of course, happened in real life. Is her relationship with Jake Gyllenhaal. They're thinking that the movie is about her relationship with Jake Gyllenhaal. And of course, the song that is 10 minutes long, by the way, not the longest song in history, but up there. But it's about Jake Gyllenhaal and her relationship with it. What's another thing that happened? Oh, that's cute. Jeez. Let's see. My gosh. Ah, love her. Let me go to this real quick because in my last 10 minutes of the podcast, besides wrapping it up, let's talk about freaking Astro World real quick because this all has happened in the Jesus. This has always happened at the time of me recording this. Um, what the actual hell happened? Because I'm like kind of confused. Not like confused about what happened, but I'm confused why nothing was like done. You know? And another interesting thing is that they are saying they people what the heck? What's one of the most confusing things out of everything that has happened is that freaking they're getting Travis Scott confused with ASAP Rocky. And in my honest opinion, they don't look anything alike for that to happen. Like my sister and I look pretty similar. My best friend and I also look very similar. An old friend of mine who comes to my place of work often because it's a food establishment also looks fairly similar. Now, when you put my face up against their three faces, you can see that there is a similarity with also not all having the same mama. But what I'm confused about is that Travis Scott and ASAP Rocky do not look the same. They just don't. There's not even like an ounce of it. And I just get confused by that. That's like the main thing I get confused about there. But the thing that I hate most of all is that freaking they're trying to compare what happened at Astro World to a heavy metal concert, which my boyfriend, who is like a longtime fan of heavy metal music, knows for a fact that doesn't happen at heavy metal concerts because he's been to them. He's been to them. He when it first happened and we were talking about it, he was like, that doesn't happen there, and they're trying to compare it to there. It doesn't happen. Like, what the heck? Like, there was literally a clip of freaking. Oh my god. Why am I forgetting? Freaking. What the heck? Can't forget. Can't forget. I can't remember. I can't remember because my brain is fried because I'm sick. But anyway, I thought I had it. Okay, actually, I'm just gonna like Google. I'm just gonna put into freaking Apple Music right now the name of the song I'm thinking about. Okay, so they had. There we go. There was a freaking clip that I saw on Twitter of Linkin Park stopping a concert because someone fell down in a mosh pit. Because this is all centered around a mosh pit and how it got out of hand and such. If you don't already know, be shocked if you don't know, but yeah, that's what all this is about. There was a clip circling around on Twitter about Linkin Park literally stopping their concert because someone fell down in a mosh pit and they literally screamed into the microphone, pick them up, pick them up. We don't do that here. You pick them up. And if it happens again, I will stop the concert again. So, of course, as it happens, the people picked him up, and then there were the people picked up the person that fell at the Linkin Park concert from all that time ago. So the thing I don't seem to understand is that why the heck didn't Travis Scott stop the show? Now, people are out there speculating because it was a live event and it was streaming live that that's why he didn't stop. But also, who the fuck cares? If someone fell, they fell. 8 people died at the actual World Fest for no reason. Every single one of them was young. Everyone that died was young. All of them were under 30. Like, the hell? The youngest one was like 14 years old. Like, the heck? But yes, let's just glaze over that like everyone does. If there's going to be a mosh pit at a concert, like it just so happens to happen, you gotta understand that, like, no, you can't just let mosh pit people do whatever the heck they want. Literally, the people who fell and got hurt and whatever else happened, because I'm not gonna lie, I kind of don't have the full details because I do have some of the details. The person who fell, and all those people, and all those 8 people who died, who are all under the age of 30, mind you, more than half of them died because they got stepped on as they were trying to leave the concert. Well, no, not that. Most they did get trampled over, but not because they were leaving the concert. And people were screaming out to Travis to stop the concert, and he just didn't. And some people have video evidence that he just like smirked and smiled when all of this went down. And I'm over here like, what? And then of course there's always that tiny little blip of freaking Simpsons freaking saying that they predicted it first and such. Not the Simpsons saying that, but that people say that the Simpsons predicted it first. And all of that, I'm over here like, it was his right as an entertainer to stop a concert. It was literally his right as someone that is a performer to stop the concert, to make sure that the people who are getting hurt should not even be getting hurt, and 2, to stop so they can get the medical attention they need. Like, there's no reason why 8 people should be dying at a concert. And then, weirdly enough, I saw this other little blip on Twitter about how, there was definitely personnel there. There was definitely emergency personnel there. And there was a list of phone numbers for them to call. And X, Y, and Z. And I'm like, why is there a list of phone numbers to call? Which then I see when I open the tweet and I look through, the people commenting back. The people, like, tweeting back saying that, like, they're literally, you cannot get cell phone reception up there from where they were at. So, what the hell? I think that this never should have happened. I'm not gonna lie. None of it should have happened. Rest in peace to those 8 people who died at the actual World Fest, because there was no need for them to die. None. But that's going to be the end of today's podcast. Sorry to leave it on a harsh note, but I only have 15 seconds left. And you can follow me on all the social medias. And you can actually find us on YouTube if you search my name, Drea Mellon. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.